Hi, I'm Marcus Blake here at the 2018 Dallas International Film Festival with That Nerd Show. We are speaking with Hunter, Laura, and Jordan over the film The Blessing, which the title alone, so many meanings, we got to dive right into it. What is The Blessing about? Yeah, you want to hold it.
I love the lightsaber. The Blessing is a story of family, a story of tradition. It's a story of cultural preservation. But it's really a story of a father and a daughter coming together and finding a hole in their life. A father who's deeply conflicted about his job as a coal miner on a Native American reservation and digging into a sacred mountain, and a daughter who's trying to figure out how to communicate with her father and come out to him in a way that she can find. And so it's really a story of hope and a story of family.
My name is Ashley Horne with the Nerd Show. What drew you all to this project?
Well, The Blessing's a feature documentary, and the reality is your subjects kind of choose you in a way. And in the case of our film, our lead characters are so charismatic and we're so compelled to tell their story. It was impossible for any of us to ignore. It's also, you don't ever get brought in so intimately into somebody's experience, and especially in the case of our film, which takes place on a reservation out west in the Four Corners region of the United States. It's nearly impossible to feel like you're having an earnest and honest conversation about the issues that take place on reservations. And we're humbled by the opportunity to work together to share and tell this story, and we did it together.
Did you know much about reservation life before this?
Well, like we were saying, it's difficult to fully embrace and understand what life is like for Native people in our country without seeing it with your own eyes. A lot of media sort of tends to low-hanging fruit, issues of domestic abuse, violence, alcoholism. And I think we were all humbled and surprised to learn that there was a huge, push for preservation of culture, family, tradition, preserving a language that was having a hard time finding its footing in a modern era. And that's what we focused on.
Now, you talk about The Blessing and that it's this kind of spiritual, religious thing of coming together. Do you feel like that it is that seeker, that exploration of who we are, our humanity, our identity, that's the one connection that can bring people together despite your differences?
Do you want to answer? Here, you answer.
I think it's for Laura. It's a question for Laura.
You want to hold the lightsaber,
Come on. You have a good answer.
No, please.
Okay. I think that there's a lot that we can learn when we look to our First Nations people. They have a connectivity to the natural world and to one another that we can all learn a lot from. They're very similar to us and very different. And I think that what's different really is that they value the land, they value family, they value tradition in such an incredible way, and that's really the blessing. The blessing is how do you come together as a family to help provide for and care for the people that you love.
What was the most transformative between these two characters from the beginning to the end? Because I know every documentary is a journey, but what did you see from these two from the end?
Well, I think what makes documentaries so unique and such an incredible medium is you don't know what's going to happen. You don't set out making a film like this and know that your main character is going to suffer a major issue, a major accident, renounce the job that provided for him, and ultimately come to terms with this spiritual sacrifice that he has had to make to care for his family. We also were humbled as his daughter comes out and is able to share the person that she is. She shares with us and with the audience a deep insight is what it's like to be a young woman in a traditional family on a reservation and gay, and try to understand how can I be that person? How can I move forward in reality? And it was our responsibility to bring that out into the world together with her and it actually give her wings and lift her up and have a prosperous future. And I mean, that's the beauty of this medium, is it changed their lives.
All right, great. All right, one last question. You get the nerdy question that we ask everybody. If you could have a superpower or some kind of weapon of choice within the nerd universe to fight the forces of evil, what would it be? And we're going to start with you right now.
Oh my God. That's quite the question. I think it's only appropriate, since I'm holding a lightsaber, that I say I'd like to have a little bit of the Force with me, because you can do a lot of good with the Force.
Absolutely.
Definitely wings and possibly a mermaid tail as well.
Nice, okay.
I want to communicate with fish. I want to, you know, I want to Aquaman it up, and I want to get a little crazy offshore.
You know, I'm hoping we get more Aquaman answers after this movie coming out, because he really does make Aquaman look cool. Before then, everybody's like, it's Aquaman. And, yeah, I know.
Underrated.
I agree. Underrated, but still. So, all great answers. Oh. It does fling out when we have unruly celebrities. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much, and good luck with the film. So.